This is a Lakota Charger, a 2022. I recently ordered it and I was gonna go through it real quick and show you guys the ins and outs, what I love about the trailer, what I believe Lakota could improve on. When I was shopping for this trailer, I had a really hard time finding a dealer that had one in stock, so I pretty much had to order it sight unseen. In case anyone else is going through that same issue or they don't have a Lakota dealer by them, I thought maybe this video would help. Overall, love the trailer. It's beautiful. As you do see, the back wheels right now are up on some wooden blocks. That's because the ground it is parked on is not level. So that is just to keep the trailer level because the gravel below it is not. Saying that, it would be fabulous if Lakota added a built-in level either on the exterior or interior of the trailer, so when parking, unloading, setting it up for the weekend, we would know if our trailer is level. We do have a mobile, it's a little tool level that we bring with us, but it's always like, where's the level? Did you bring it? Did you forget to pack it? So adding a level to one of these trailers would be fabulous. Something else about this trailer is right now it looks silver. This is the matte silver edition of the 2022 Lakota, and in the shade it does have a bit of a silver tint to it, but when you put it in the sunshine, I'll walk around. This should be a pretty good example. There we go. It looks very white. Actually, on the key to this trailer, it talks about a description, so you know what trailer it is. The description is white. So adding the matte silver finish was an additional cost. If I was to order this trailer again, I would just go with white. The silver is pretty white to me. Something that I got on this trailer that was an additional add is the ramp. Love, love, love the ramp. It's very heavy duty. It's very well made. It is a little bit cumbersome and hard, a little bit heavy to lift up and down, but I wouldn't change it. I would still order another trailer with a ramp. As you can see, these trailers are pretty heavy duty. They're pretty high off the ground. That's quite a step for your horse to be backing in or out of the trailer. If you have a young one, I really enjoy having a ramp to bringing the horses in and out of the trailer. We did the hay rack, and with the hay rack comes this handy dandy ladder that when you are traveling, it folds up nice and tight and it's right next to the horse trailer and it doesn't stick out at all. And if you are at a show or something and you do not have room to pull this ladder out, you can still use it when it is attached securely to the side of the trailer. So that ladder, very much enjoy it. I very much like the large bus window on the tail side. It lets a lot of light in. You open that up, it's a lot of airflow. I chose to do the drop down windows on the tail side. I have one of them dropped so you can see how large it is. If I did not choose to add these drop down windows, all three tail windows would be the same size as that large bus window. So I can't quite decide which one's better. I really like that large bus window. On the back of the trailer, we added a second set of rear lights. Those are LED lights. I believe it comes stock with just the two. I added two more. I wanted more visibility. Something else we chose to add was more marker lights up top. You can see the really small lights. They're LED. They're quite bright, but we did add more, just feeling like we want to be seen with such a big rig in the evening. This light here above this window, that is a loading light, and that can be controlled with these switches here on the back. That will control your loading lights and your interior lights. Going into the back tack, I chose to have 50-50 rear doors. You can choose to have a larger horse door and a smaller tack door, but that would just make your tack area a little bit smaller. I feel like with an 8-foot wide trailer, you get a pretty big loading door on the horse side. So with this back tack, I chose not to do a swing out saddle rack. into the swing out. So I'm very happy with the saddle rack that is secure. I feel like there's a lot of storage in front of it. This came standard or stock from Lakota with plenty of hooks. I have hooks up there. I did not add any extra hooks back here in the tack area. Throughout the other part of the trailer, I did add hooks. I very much like the saddle blanket rack. It seems to be very well made, much heavier duty than some of the saddle rack blankets I saw, saddle pad blankets I saw on other trailers. Something that my dealer suggested was adding carpeted back tack, and I'm extremely happy that we chose to do that. It would have just been aluminum sides, and you know how you're driving down the road, your blankets are rubbing, your bridles are rubbing, and it leaves all those black marks. And I also think of the noise that the horses are listening to going all the way down the highway. So I'm pretty happy with the carpeted back tack. There's my cat. His name is Nugget. Going into the horse area. We did use this trailer, as you can see. Something that Lakota does not offer, and I really wish they did, would be the worm flooring or the Easy Care floor. That way when the horse urinates going down the road, the urine just falls out of the trailer onto the ground. It goes straight through the floor. There's no maintenance. Right now the floor is solid aluminum, and if the horse urinates and you don't have enough shavings in there, the urine can flow into the back tack, and then you also have to hose the trailer out when you get home because that urine sitting on the aluminum floor is not good for it. We did a solid stud divider. The first spot I use as storage mostly. I added bridle hooks up here, and what I actually use those bridle hooks for is, like, I took a shower and I would go out here and hang my towel and let it dry, because right inside that door is the bathroom. The first stud divider is solid, and I chose to do, this is what the trailer comes standard with, is that solid. I chose that because if we're storing brooms and something falls over in the front the compartment, it's solid, it's not gonna fall through, it's not gonna poke the horse. This other divider, which was an add-on, let me close, it's very easy to close. This other divider that was an add-on is a flow-through divider. As you see, it's open, has air. I'm very happy with it. It seems very well made. I like that the horses can see each other. I like that there's more airflow. I wouldn't change it. One thing that I did notice loading my horse is the tie rings are up quite high. Once I walked in here with my horse, I'm not tall enough to reach those tie rings. I need to add trailer ties, so I just have to snap my horse in and walk out, or snap my horse in through the outside window when it is down. I don't think those tie rings are in a bad location. I think they're on a sturdy wall. I feel like if you put them closer to the dividers, they wouldn't be as strong. I myself am just too small and too short to reach. And my fiance loaded a horse, and he's too big. He got in here with the horse, and it wasn't enough room. And the horse is really calm and gentle, so it was not a problem. But with a horse that was a little nervous to load, it could have been a mess. So real happy with the back tack. Not the back tack, the back horse area. It's very well insulated. It also has these LED lights. You can drop down these windows. And this back tack does collapse. If you ever needed to haul a mare in full or a horse that didn't like to load, that back tack does collapse, but not 100% flat, because there are the mangers. Walking around the exterior of the trailer. There's mangers, which we have storage. We put all of our buckets, all of our, right now it's full of horse blankets. I'd open it, but horse blankets would just fall out. We have to worry to keep our electrical cords or hoses. Something that I wish Lakota, it's a small detail, they would have thought of, is this right here. So this goes up and it holds this emergency door open, the escape door. And now when you drive down the road, it's loose and it rattles. I just bought a rubber stopper off Amazon. This is a furniture protector to protect your floor, and glued that on. You can even see right next to it, it's already scratched up a little bit right there. So just a small detail. Maybe they could make it so it doesn't swing and bounce, but it does. Eventually it's going to scratch it up. That furniture protector was easy, quick fix. I'm not sure how long it is going to stay. I do very much like this escape door. We actually use this as a mudroom. As long as this is left off, you can come and go from the trailer from the inside. So we come in and out of here. We use it as a mudroom. If my feet are dirty, I come in here, take off my boots, and then enter the trailer that way. There is a step that you can fold out for easy access to get in and out of this trailer. So very much do like this escape door and the front. So we call that our mudroom. Now I live in Bend, Oregon. It's quite dry here. Everything, all the doors, as you notice on the trailer, tend to get squeaky. So I am not sure if this came standard from Lakota or if my trailer dealer added this, but all of these hinges have little grease knobs. So if any of these doors are squeaky, and like some of them are, just because there's not a lot of moisture here, everything's pretty dry, we can just add a little grease and get the squeak away. So that's a nice feature. And all the outside stuff, the sewage tank, everything's pretty easy access. It's pretty explanatory. It's pretty much the same as it was on our last living quarter. Just a little bit of fussing around, you figure it out pretty quickly. Freshwater connection. This trailer has 2 propane tanks, and it has a dual jack electric lift, which is quite handy. So no cranking this trailer up and down. One feature that I do very much like about this trailer is to use the jack, you have to have a key. So no one's gonna pull up to your trailer and be able to steal it. You don't have to lock the hitch, you just have to have that key. And it's the same key that opens and closes the doors and everything to use the trailer. Another feature I like that Lakota thought of is the way this trailer attaches to the ball in the bed of your truck. So if you pull your truck up, you're ready to, lower the nose of the trailer into your bed of your truck. You just pull this lever up, lower the trailer onto your ball, and release, and you are hooked up. You still have to climb in the bed of the truck to attach the emergency chains and the brake, but if you're just moving it around your barn or around your property, all you have to do is just lift that lever, no climbing in the back of the truck. This trailer has 3 batteries. When we've used this trailer so far, we've had full electric hookups, so I do not have much of a review on those batteries or the life of them at this point. Going to the interior of this trailer, well, I guess a couple more exteriors, we added keyless entry. So our dealer was able to add keyless entry, and that is great because you're at a horse show, you never know where the keys are, you don't have to worry about it. Keyless entry, it's even Bluetooth. I can unlock this from my phone. Something that my fiance and my mother noticed right away is the size of this step. It's not very big, it's not very wide. I have little feet. My feet are like size 6, and my foot doesn't fit all the way on this. My mom comes with me to all the horse shows. She's 70. I worry about her falling out of this horse trailer. And my fiance said the same thing. He's like, as soon as he stepped out, I'm gonna fall. So it would be wonderful if Lakota took that into consideration and figured out how to make a little bit broader of a step. Okay, going into the interior. Oh, we got a squeaky door, but we have those grease. I can grease that up and change it. So this trailer is a 3-horse with a sofa on the riser wall, and it has the slide, and the short wall is 13 feet. So the interior is hickory, which I love. I think it's beautiful. I love having the sofa on the riser wall. One of my favorite designs about this floor plan is the steps up to the bed area. We do everything with our dogs. There's one of our dogs taking a nap, that's Pepper. Do everything with our dogs, and so the fact that our dogs can easily climb up and down off the bed and we're not lifting them up there is amazing. The headroom from the bed area is very nice. I can sit up in bed. Our other trailer, I could not do that. I could sit up in bed, but my neck was crunched over. Something else we love about the interior of this trailer is the lighting. There is a ton of light. It's all LED. It is very bright. It's everywhere. So the nice lighting along with the light color wood just makes the whole trailer feel very light and airy. The kitchen. We do wish that there was an added towel rack, maybe somewhere to put the paper towels. I asked Marcus, my fiance, to install a towel rack, and he said no thank you. He said the wood is too beautiful. He was worried about splitting it. He was worried about causing damage. But there's plenty of storage. We have not used the burner cooktop, but we do use the microwave at horse shows. We used to make everything at home, and who has time to cook? The microwave has been great. Very much enjoy the large refrigerator in this trailer. It can run on electric or propane. The freezer is separate, which is great. Our last trailer, the freezer was not separate and it was always full of ice. And up here is just the on-off, where you turn it to gas, propane, or electric. Very easy to use. Coming back around to the slide. This is called their Dream Dinette. So that table, you lift that lever and it will just slide down and it turns into a bed. No one has slept on this yet. Can't tell you how big or comfortable it is at this point. But the Dream Dinette is nice because you have all that leg room where you would normally have a bar stool right there in the way. And that's a spot where our dogs like to lay. Something that was an add-on option that I chose was adding a door here so we could easily get into everything that is stored below. If you do not add the door here, you have to remove the couch cushion and then lift up that way to get into the storage. So adding the door was worth it. These cabinets, the fronts and the faces are wood, which is quite nice. The sides of the cabinets, let's see if I can get a side here. So in here, this is not wood. This is the artificial, which we do not mind at all, because if it was all solid wood cabinets, then this trailer would be too heavy and we would need to order a new truck. TV mounting, we just have not put our TV up yet. Has a nice radio, has Bluetooth, sounds wonderful, has speakers on the interior and exterior. We love all the little details, all the little finishes. You know, this is nice and soft. All the pretty detail up here at the top of the slide. And making our way to the bathroom. I very much enjoy that there is a sink in this bathroom. Our last trailer only had one sink and it was in the front. And having this double sink makes it so much more convenient when two people are getting ready in the morning. I have found that I kind of have a hard time brushing my teeth and spitting my toothpaste out. Between the shower and the wall, there's just not that much room. Into the shower. I think it's kind of your standard shower. It's small, but it's also big enough. We've used it. I've been fine with it. I've been comfortable. Not quite like home, but it gets the job done when you're at a horse show. It does have a nice skylight. The shower head itself seems to be low pressure. I would like to see about adding a different shower head and see if we can get a little more pressure out of it. There seems to be plenty of pressure that comes out of the sink. So I don't know if it's just that shower head that is a low pressure shower head, or if it is just what we got with this trailer. Something that I did notice right away that I did not love is when you open this door, it hits the knob of that cabinet. And we're worried about getting a nice broken door. Like if we forget to latch this and we're driving down the road and it flies open, we might come back here to a surprise and have a broken door. So it's just small thing in design that maybe could be fixed. I did put one of those rubber furniture protectors, floor protectors on that, and it didn't last long. It came off, I believe, because that is a metal knob. And this door right here goes right back into the horse area, our mud room. Oopsies, the wind caught it. This is nice. It's power. It is the fan for when you take a shower to get all the moisture out of here. Everything is electric. Our last trailer, we had to reach up there and crank it by hand. And it has a rain sensor. So if it does start raining, it is supposed to close. I have not used the trailer in the rain yet, so I can't tell you if it works. But I do know that just pressing a button, opening it, and having that fan turn on is quite nice. There's a little more storage here. All this storage, these cabinets are very deep. Like they're so deep, I gotta figure out a better way to organize it because there's a lot of unused space in here. The toilet, the top of the toilet is plastic, but the actual base and body of this toilet is porcelain. So that's kind of a nice feature. There is a pocket door to close. So total privacy. Yeah, I think that covers our new 2022 Lakota Charger horse trailer. This is sofa on the riser wall, 13-foot short wall living quarters with a dream dinette slide. Lakota has several floor plans that you can choose from. This is just the one that we chose that we thought would be the best suited for our dogs. And so far, Lakota has had great customer service. When you buy these trailers, you don't know the weight on it until it is built, because every trailer has a different option, has different floor plans. So essentially, they all weigh different. So as soon as the trailer was made, I gave them a phone call to find out what it weighed, and they got back to me right away, same day. They knew the exact weight of the trailer, they knew the pin weight of the trailer, all of that. So again, this is my review of my 2022 Lakota Charger horse trailer that I have now used it just a couple of times. Overall, absolutely love it. There might be a few fine details that Lakota could work on to improve it, but I would buy another one.